KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson celebrating the 75th liberation with the people of Guam. Biba Guam. Cars Plus, reminding you to put your phone down while driving. Distractions won't get you there. Heads Up Guam. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And steaks, ribs, seafood, and our famous fresh garden bar, Ruby Tuesday. Good times you can taste.
Coming up on Prime Time, the governor calls it a catastrophic drug problem that the island is facing. Plus, the Office of the Attorney General is suing an opioid manufacturer. And also, a bill to pay over $7 million in war claims was heard on session floor today. Mr. Lecanto brings you the very latest.
Good evening, Guam. Half a day, I'm Chris Barnett. Our top story, Guam's catastrophic drug problem. That's how Governor Lulian Guerrero described our island's ice epidemic, and 8 months into her administration, the governor tells KUAM her administration is mobilizing to address methamphetamine. Crystal methamphetamine is still public menace number one, according to Governor Lulian Guerrero. The governor acknowledging more meth means more crime.
I see crimes increasing, and I think those root causes of those crimes is drug addiction. Methamphetamine is the number one drug. Opiates we're seeing. We're starting to see cocaine.
This recognition of Guam's ice problem a stark difference from when we asked Guam Police Chief Steve Ignacio a couple months ago while doing a follow-up on the last administration's quest to get federal Guam high-intensity drug trafficking area status for the island.
In your opinion, are we already a high-intensity drug trafficking area?
That's something I have to look into, Chris, and then see what the drug trends are out there. Something I have to talk to with our special investigation section, and see what's going on with as far as the level of how much narcotics is actually floating in our streets.
While Chief Ignacio said he needed to look into the meth problem, the governor says fighting meth, its effects on the island, and stopping it from coming into Guam is at the top of her list.
It's my main priority to try and decrease the crime, to try and close off the borders more tightly. Port Authority, Airport, Postal. I've been meeting with federal postal people that are going to be helping us in having more frequent inspections of the mail. A lot of it are coming through the mail. I have seen it also coming through the airport and also Port Authority. So we're beefing up all our necessary resources.
The governor campaigned on fighting drug-related crime and treating drug addiction with what she calls a wraparound approach.
Prevention, community awareness, treatment, interdiction, law enforcement, rehabilitation, those are all the major elements.
Law enforcement, a key component of the governor's plan to mitigate meth damage to Guam. So we asked the governor if she was concerned that cops catch alleged drug dealers only to have their charges pled out to lesser offenses, like in the case of the prison guards who are all walking away from their cases with a single misdemeanor charge of official misconduct. The governor agreeing that prosecution should see major drug cases through to the end.
Yes, you're right. I'm much more encouraging them to go through the court and judicial process, right? And if they do plea agreements, it's probably for other higher reasons also, like trying to get more the bigger catch.
After a discovery was made at the Northern Public Health Clinic, all employees were required to undergo drug testing. Now, according to Public Health Director Linda DeNorsi, a small package containing crystal methamphetamine, or ice, was found on a hallway floor of the Northern Region Community Health Center back in mid-June. DeNorsi says GPD was immediately contacted so that an investigation could be launched. She adds that she took action on her end as well.
I wanted to make certain that the employees were to be tested, so we had every single employee tested right away, and that was a measure to ensure that the department was, drug-free. Subsequently,
one employee did resign, and according to DeNorsi, the employee wished to retire. Whether or not that employee is connected to the meth incident is not yet known.
I don't know. We don't know that part as far as the GPD is concerned. It was just in the hallway, so we took measures to make certain that the public was safe and my staff are all safe.
DeNorsi says the matter is now being handled by the Guam Police Department. Well, Attorney General Levan Camacho is suing an opioid manufacturer in the local court for making false claims. The AG filing the suit just hours ago in the Superior Court against Purdue Pharma, and Guam will join at least 45 states in suing Purdue. Now, the complaint filed by the AG alleges that Purdue misled prescribers and patients about the safety and efficacy of its opioids to increase its profits. The complaint also describes the deceptive marketing campaign and publications financed by Purdue to push its highly addictive opioids while downplaying the dangers of addiction with long-term use. According to the complaint, there were over 97,000 opioid prescriptions dispensed in Guam between 2015 and 2019, and 200 doses of naloxone, a medication used to reverse opioid overdoses, were dispensed at Guam Memorial Hospital from July 2018 through July 2019. Officers at the Customs and Quarantine Agency continue to protect the borders from potentially harmful pests and diseases by thwarting recent smuggling attempts at the AB Wampet International Air Terminal. In the past month, officers seized the following food items: pork contained in tempura shrimp chip bags, raw duck eggs or balut found under personal goods, noxious weed seeds that were in tea bags, and undeclared corn, watermelon, citrus, and radish seeds in medicine and cosmetic containers. The agency states that travelers often attempt to bring back food items and seeds from foreign countries and don't always realize the harm that smuggling these items may cause the island of Guam. Brothers and co-defendants Emmanuel Resalop and Jordan Resalop are scheduled to go to trial by the end of this week. Jury selection will begin tomorrow morning at 10 in the courtroom of Judge Vernon Pears, and if jury is selected by the end of the day, then opening statements can start Thursday. Now, it was stated in court today that the government has nearly 20 witnesses to testify, and they estimate the trial may last 10 days. Now, the defendants were indicted in the notorious Manila Machete attacks in June. In other news, last week's deadline to file a sex abuse lawsuit against the church isn't stopping others from coming forward. A lawsuit has been filed against the Boy Scouts of America and several Capuchin Franciscan groups and others alleging sexual abuse by now deceased priest Louis Brilliard. Now, to protect his privacy, the alleged victim is named by their initials YYY in the lawsuit. According to court documents, the priest is accused of sexually abusing the victim around 1970 and 1971 when the victim was 11 or 12 years old. It was alleged that Brilliard tried to touch him during a Boy Scout outing. Around the same time frame, the victim alleges Brilliard managed to sexually abuse him when they were alone at the San Isidro Church in Malolo. The lawsuit noted if the church hadn't have filed for bankruptcy, it also would have been named as a defendant. The victim seeking $5 million in damages and a trial by jury. A bill to pay up to $7.5 million in war claims locally drew some pointed questioning at today's legislative session. Lawmakers wanted to know exactly where the money will come from, but the administration says it doesn't know just yet. Our Nestor Lecanto explains.
It all began with a law passed by former Delegate Madeline Bordallo. Under it, the source of the claims payments was Section 30 money, taxes collected from federal employees here that are paid back to Gov Guam every year. But because of a technical flaw, several million that's already been set aside can't be touched. And so Delegate Michael San Nicolas has passed a House bill to fix it that's still awaiting action by the Senate. So in the meantime, the governor and the speaker are pushing a bill to pay war survivors as soon as possible. Adelup Chief of Staff Tony Babauta.
We're hopeful again that with the passage of local legislation to speed up on a local level the process, that gives Delegate San Nicolas the time necessary for Congress's consideration of his legislation that makes the technical amendment that's needed for the Department of the Treasury to carry out what we are doing for them in this first round.
The total estimated war claims payments is between 30 to 40 million. The first round, already adjudicated by a federal settlement commission, identified 750 survivors and about 7.5 million in claims.
The governor believes that that's the amount that we can move forward with in trying to bring some immediate resolution and parity to our survivors of Guam's World War II occupation.
Budget Director Lester Carlson says the funding for the local war claims payments will come from anticipated lapsed funds in the current budget, which the governor will be able to tap through her transfer authority. But several senators pressed him on how much and from which agencies. Carlson said repeatedly he won't know until they wrap up the fiscal year.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I was to sit here before you on this
I'm just
day.
asking for an amount, Mr. Carlson.
I'm trying to tell you that I can't sit here and impinge my integrity to provide an answer. My fiscal note, which I signed, says we anticipate lapses. I will stand on that.
But you're not willing to give us an amount of, even a minimal amount?
I don't have a crystal ball.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
All right, stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM News.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Matson is in this community. We've been in this community for decades. We're gonna be in this community for decades to come. Things will get busy, things will get quiet, but we're gonna be here. We're your hometown carrier. And that matters to us.
Reliability is the core of our business. We take pride in ensuring that we arrive in Guam on time as scheduled.
It's our local employees who understand the market, who understand the business, and provide that hard work for you each and every day.
When we hold ourselves to high standards, our customers also hold us to high standards. We establish good business relationships that turn into friendships. That's why it's so important to be here and be trusted by your customers. We want you to trust Matson like your friend, like your family.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
Now there's a technology that's lighting the way to a new mortgage for people all across Guam. Introducing Simplify Mortgage by Bank of Hawaii, Hawaii's leading lender. Simplify Mortgage by Bank of Hawaii lets you apply for a home loan anytime from any device, making the mortgage and refi process faster and easier. Or work hand in hand with one of our residential loan experts. So put the power of choice and control in your hands. Simplify Mortgage by Bank of Hawaii. Welcome to tomorrow.
Get ready, Guam! For the Jamaican Reggae Explosion! Storehouse Productions, along with Game Time Inc., present Hope Slam 2019, a benefit concert to promote suicide awareness and prevention at the Governor Joseph Flores Memorial Park on September 21st, 2019. Live from Jamaica, we got Kevin Downswell, Jermaine Edwards, Gotti, Adrian Cunningham, and Terry Ann Johnson. We'll have local performers to get the vibe started, and food vendors will be on site. This is a family-friendly event. Advance tickets are $15 for adults and $5 for kids. Tickets available at Anderson ITT, Navy MWR, 76 Circle K in Agate, EPOW Road, and Dedito, or purchase online at eventbrite.com. Gates open at 5:30 p.m. Hope Slam 2019, slamming the door to suicide. Special thanks to all of our sponsors. It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Welcome back. Now, just don't do it. Just stay away from power lines, period. That's what Guam Power Authority says in regards to the recent breadfruit picking incident. KUAM's Adriana Cotero sits down with GPA Communications Manager to discuss necessary safety precautions.
It was on Sunday morning when Agate resident Gus Chaco Santos was picking breadfruit and he was electrocuted, then pronounced dead. And this is not a first-time tragedy for Guam.
There have been reports of other incidents where people have been picking fruit or even doing work in close proximity, construction work.
In this recent incident, Santos was out with his brother. He was climbing the tree higher for an island delicacy, lemai. And when the galley hit the 13,800 power volt line, he was shocked. Guam Power Authority Communications Manager Art Perez advises the public to stay away from all lines.
I wouldn't even pick fruit by power lines at all, pole or not. It's just not worth it. As an advisory, we let the public know, do not go near or do any work, or in this case, pick fruit off of any vegetation or trees that's in clear contact with power lines.
Following the incident, GPA went to the scene and trimmed the tree. This is something they do all year round, explains Paris.
There was some activity even before that for clearing transmission lines going down, but we want to remove that hazard and just get out of the way. Now, tree trimming is an activity that we do year round, and you see more of our line crews out there doing that type of work. But then again, there may be some locations where the foliage has grown back, and if that comes in contact with lines, give us a call.
Paris also wants to inform the community to keep in mind of the underground power lines.
If you're in a subdivision or you're in a residential area and you receive power and you know it's coming through an underground line and you're not sure where it's at, before you do any digging, ask for clearances or permits so that we can identify for you where those underground lines are at.
If you experience any power fluctuations, quality problems, or vegetation coming in contact with power lines, you can call GPA Trouble Dispatch at 475-1472, 73, or 74. And to set up a work order, call customer service at 647-5787. A crew will come clear the vegetation and debris. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
With August 20th being World Mosquito Day, ironically, Public Health is advising the island community to ensure your home is mosquito-free after a suspected case of dengue fever right here on Guam. Our Julia Santos has more.
The Aedes aegypti mosquito is the primary transmitter of the dengue viruses, and fortunately, this species is not found on Guam. However, the Department of Public Health and Social Services has put out an advisory due to a suspected case of imported dengue fever, meaning a traveler returning to Guam from the Philippines may have contracted the virus. Public Health Director Linda Denorsi.
There have been a lot of outbreaks occurring in Palau, also Marshall Islands, and also the Philippines. And so we had one of the private clinics turned in a testing that was through DLS, and so we're just waiting for the results.
In the meantime, Denorsi says her environmental health team has taken immediate action to contain any potential spread by setting mosquito traps up to a 200-meter radius around the suspected infected individual's home. The team has canvassed also the neighboring homes in the area. Additionally, Denorsi is asking the general public to take precautionary measures by removing any and all possible mosquito breeding sites.
Making certain that the area that they live, they don't have tires laying around that could, be a trapping or having a lot of water in the tires, and we want to make certain that they have flower pots that are turned upside down or not upwards so that the water can just be retained there as breeding grounds. And just take due diligence and to make certain that there are no areas that the mosquitoes can breed. That would be a great help.
The most effective preventative measure is to drain containers with water at least once per week. Denorsi says the situation is currently under control and that her department is awaiting the suspected individual's test results from the laboratory before taking any further action beyond containment. For Guam's News Network, I'm Julius Santos.
The biggest container ship built in the United States of America will now be serving Guam. Matson Navigation welcomed the arrival of the new vessel that dwarfs the capacity of the current cargo boats calling Guam a home port. Our Nestor Lecanto reports.
The Kaimana Gila is one of two Matson container ships that are the largest in the U.S. They're part of a new trend towards supersized cargo vessels. Matson Vice President and General Manager Bernie Valencia says it can carry more than 3,200 20-foot containers, or about 900 more than the boats that currently serve Guam. To put it in perspective,
The ship is 854 feet long, so that's equivalent to almost 3 football fields or 900 basketball courts. I also talked about the Transamerica building in San Francisco. So this ship is as long as the height of the Transamerica building in San Francisco.
Valencia says along with much greater capacity, the boat is also faster, more fuel efficient, and better for the environment.
This ship was built with a lot of environmental standards and a lot of environmental technology that will be needed in our future. So we have double hull tanks, we have more efficient hulls. In the future, if and when LNG is available in Guam, we have the availability to add LNG tanks to this ship, and we also have dual fuel tanks where we can run LNG.
It's now part of Matson's 5-vessel weekly rotation, along with 4 of the current smaller boats. So the Kaimana Gila will call here about every 5 weeks. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Thank you, Nestor. Dave Delgado is next with sports. Keep it right here.
Make every day a plus.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
What are you gonna do now? How are you gonna push? How are you gonna live? It all depends on you. You ain't got time to be complaining. You ain't got time to be angry. So if you feeling weak and you in that dark place, you better find the light within yourself, because when it's all said and done, we are all brothers and sisters in battle. I ask you to be strong. Whatever challenge you face, there is no obstacle greater than you. Be productive, be powerful, and from the bottom of my heart, my name is Coach Payne, and I'm asking you to conduct your business. Go!
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. On the way, results from Day 1 competition of Team Guam in New Caledonia. I'll get to that in just a bit. But first off, GYBA basketball from the Guam Sports Complex. Check it out. The Dedido Yellow Jackets and the Sharks take it to the court at the Guam Sports Complex. Pull-up three-pointer by Tristan Valdez drops in. All net on the shot from the outside. Sharks player John McCaldo went on a scoring spree late in the first half, finding open spots in the paint. Sharks try to work the ball inside to Anfrey Montoya. Corner jumper is off on the mark. Yellow Jackets pull down the rebound. Long outlet pass down court to Lance Ball. Ball avoids contact and gets the tough shot to fall in for 2 points. Leonard Ball gets in on the scoring. Ball with the nice two-step after picking up his dribble, getting to the rack for the finger roll finish. Sharks answer with another basket by McCaldo. Nice drive in the lane by Nathaniel to get the defender to commit. Dump off pass to McCaldo for the score. Three-point attempt by McCaldo rims out. Teammate Urgent Sanchez crashing the boards. Cross-court pass here to Jarvin Espiritu. Deep ball bounces off the iron. Espiritu follows his shot and takes it to the rack. McCaldo again with another basket inside the paint. Yellow Jackets get the win. Nice ball movement to get the ball to Valdez for the corner three. Results now from the FIBA U17 Oceania Championships held in New Caledonia. Team Guam dropped their first games of the competition to Australia. On the girls' side, Guam lost 144-9. Team captain Alana Salas led the way with 5 points. Teammates Kiani Pangilinan and Oriana Sevilla added 2 points apiece. On the boys' side, Team Guam fell to Australia 149-45. Elijah Garrido finished with a team-high 15 points. Dylan Trusso put up 13, while Elijah Cruz put up 12 in the team's losing effort. In bowling news, RJ Santos claimed his third title of the 2019 Budweiser King of the Lane Series by ousting top seed Cesar Villanueva in the final match held at Central Lanes Bowling Center. Santos buried 8 strikes in a row to take the lead and eventually close the door on Villanueva, taking the match 253-203. Dominic Usan added a second title to his 2019 edition of the Budweiser Prince of the Lanes after beating out second seed Claricel and Ascento 232-182 for the title. The next Budweiser King and Prince of the Lanes will be held on Sunday, September 15th at 10 in the morning at the Central Lanes Bowling Center.
For a limited time, receive a free $500 Kmart gift certificate on selected new vehicles from Triple J Auto Group. Top-of-the-class deals like the 2019 Mazda CX-3 for as low as $19,995, Ford F-150 starting at $229 per paycheck, or the 2019 Honda CR-V at only $205 per paycheck. Purchase your next vehicle online at triplejguam.com. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. Stop by today and with Triple J Auto Group, customers first. The phone you want now on the best network and a plan that gives you endless data on chat, social, and music apps. Tell your Docomo Pacific rep you want now with access. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply.
It's the meteor shower of the decade, but you're too busy gazing at double the beef and double the layers you love. Maybe next decade. The Triple Double Crunch Wrap Box, only at Taco Bell.
MTO, professional janitorial services with a warm hospitality touch. MTO gives that gift year-round. Pressure wash roofs, pressure wash driveways, lawn service, home cleaning, carpet restoration, office cleaning, commercial window cleaning, floor care. When cleaning is in order, MTO has you covered. Call 647-6861 to inquire on how you can receive the maintenance you deserve.
MTO, celebrating 30 years with you, Guam.
And before we close out the news tonight, you know how we do. Our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
All right, my friends, on Tuesday, we say happy birthday number 20 to Jovan Mendiola. We love you, say Mom and Dad. Antoinette Hitter, happy birthday to the best mom out there. May you have a wonderful day. Your entire family sends all of their love. Also, happy birthday to Octavia Ann Lorraine, who celebrates a birthday today, so happy birthday to you. And happy belated birthday wishes to Cassandra Kebai Ringelbai. Happy birthday to my fiance. I love you to the moon and back. Truly yours, says Boboy. And happy birthday number 63 to Linda M. Uggan. To my coworker, best wishes and birthday regards from Nora and our kings from Naki Tanaki, coming from the Daddies.
Remember, you too can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Now, please make sure to include with your photo your name and birth date. Well, that's going to do it for me here on the KUAM News Desk, but stay tuned. Jason Solis is next with Extra. Adios.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E. Explore your world. Health, home, and lifestyle. Presented by Paradise